Hi everyone, I'm going to try to do another video with how to sew curves since the last one looks so strange and all reversed. So I'm going to try a different way and let's see if this works. So here's my sewing machine because I want to show you how to do this actually on the machine. So bear with me as I get the tripod adjusted here. And so you can see what I'm actually doing. And let's see, if we zoom in a bit, that might help too. So what I'm going to do, first of all, if you remember, when we're pinning these, you want to make sure that you find the middles of both pieces. Once you've done that, then you want to pin your edges, starting with each end, so that this side I'll pin in a little ways so that it stays lined up as I start sewing. But then on the other side, I'll usually pin it a little bit differently. I put the pin in the other way because being right-handed, that seems to hold it better. I also pin it close to the edge so that it doesn't slip around as I'm approaching that end curve. So once you've pinned the middle and the two ends, then you want to pin in between. Depending on how big your curve is, you can use lots more pins than this. On this one, I use 5. My young woman that I'm teaching how to quilt at my house actually used probably 9 pins to pin hers. So once you have it all pinned together like this, then you're actually ready to sew. So when you're sewing, the thing to remember is to go super, super slow and making sure that your edges match. And this is where your tweezers come in very handy for keeping those edges together. So we go very slowly. See where you have this tuck here? You're going to take the pin out, and when you lift your presser foot, just move that tuck to the other side. And then if your edges slip a little, just pull them so that they match perfectly using your tweezers. It's a lot easier with your tweezers than it is with your hand. Take your pins out as you go. You don't want to be sewing over your pins because there's only 2 layers here. Some machines might be able to handle it, but it's always a good idea to take your pins out as you go. And we're going to pull this up just a tad to get the edges to match nicely. And then you just keep on sewing, easing it in, and as I mentioned in the email, make sure that your curves are always cut on the bias. If you're not sure what bias is, just do a search online. That's probably the easiest way, or just give me a call or text and let me know that you need an explanation of that. It's basically diagonal of your fabric. And it's pretty easy to find because it's the stretchy part, which is why you want it on your curve. So I'm going to play around with this a little bit just to make sure those edges match. And then again, we're getting to a little tuck there, so we're going to lift our presser foot, pull the tuck so it's nice and flat. You don't want any tucks in your curve. And then when you get here to the end, take that last pin out and then sew the rest of the way. Hopefully that helps you to do nice curves, and when it gets pressed, all those tucks will go away. As usual, if you have any questions, let me know, and hope to see you at our next class. And take care. Bye-bye.